Hello, this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. Today I'm going to do another Ella Roetz printable, and I'm going to use some of her February releases. I've used most of the sort of fruity printables which he released this month in my prayer closet. I will link it up here at the top if you haven't seen it. It's quite a fun entry, but I've decided to use this beautiful one, which is the prayer which Aaron is giving to the people of Israel. And I'm going to use also this beautiful heart printable, which is also part of the February release from her. I will obviously link all the printables details below if you'd like to pick it up. Yes, I love these colors, and I was really inspired to do sort of a background. I've cut my printables out. So what I've done is I've stamped my distressed oxide inks on sort of a paper just to get the colors to see exactly how it is. I should actually really do sort of swatches. Yes, I've got a combination between distress inks and distress oxide inks, and I was really being very inspired by Tim Holtz. He's got Saturday mornings, he's got this live, and he's going back to basics. So he's explaining the differences between distress oxide and oxide ink, and he's made these beautiful background patterns, and I've learned quite a lot from him. Hopefully none of these things is so self-explanatory to you. I was inspired by this sort of tissue paper, which the colors goes is exactly with it, but I decided to make the background. At one stage I thought, shall I just cut a rectangular square and just put it at the background, but then I thought, no, I'm going to try to make my own background. So the two tips I've learned, or the few tips I've learned, is obviously to do layering, which is the most important thing, to dry your piece between each one. Obviously he's taking cards and he's dipping it into the distress oxide ink, but obviously I can't turn my Bible around and dip it in there, so we're bringing the ink to the Bible by putting it on this sort of clear paper, which is more or less a Swiss technique. But the idea is obviously to spray it quite a lot and then form these little droplets and then put it on. Another tip which he says is how, if you put it on the page, it's going to dry like that. So if, like for instance, that blue bit actually was too much for me at the end, what I should have done is immediately I should have taken the dry cloth and just get rid of that blue, or make it a little bit more watery by spraying it on there. Here you can see me also, I'm not putting the piece of paper flat on my Bible. I'm just dipping it slightly in there. That's another way to create this depth of layers. First of all, I put it flat on my Bible to get these flat pieces. I dry it. Then I go back with other colors and I just spray it with lots of little droplets, and I'm just gently pushing it on, or patting it on the Bible. And this creates obviously all these colors and depths of colors while you dry it. Another technique is to go back in with a brush or a blender and fill in the white gaps, because it almost looks now like I had a purple background and then I created this sort of mixed media type of background on top of it, and that's something I've never thought of. At the end I was very impressed with this, and I've definitely never made something like this before. So I've definitely learned something. I actually would link one of his lives down here below, and I will definitely encourage you to go and watch it. It's very interesting. He's a very good presenter, and he makes things so interesting. He's so passionate about his subject. Unfortunately, I've made some smoothes or marks on the other side, so I thought I'm going to camouflage it by just coloring in my verse. I would have loved actually to do it with purple, but because there was already that pink ink there, I just thought I'll continue with it. I'm just going to read you the blessing. It is a beautiful blessing. It says, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So shall they put my name upon the people of Israel, and I will bless them." And it's a beautiful blessing we often give to people. Although it's meant for the Israelites, I think we can use it for ourselves also. There's nothing sort of specific to Israel. It's just a generic blessing. We can pray over our family members. We can pray over our children. I think it would be wonderful to pray and go to your children's bedroom in the evening while they sleep. Just put your hands on them and pray this blessing over their life. And also, I mean, some people pray it on a regular basis. I mean, it would be lovely for us to say, God, shine upon us, shine your face upon us, be gracious to us, give us peace, lift our countenance, and almost put your name upon us, like you've put your name on the Israelites. That this blessing be part of our lives. So we have your name and we have your identity upon you. Upon us. And it's a beautiful blessing. I've been reading through the Old Testament recently in this, but I've probably read about 2 weeks ago, and it was lovely now to go back and journal about it. Next month, Ella has all her printables is mostly about the Old Testament, how the pictures of the Old Testament is displayed in the New Testament. So I'm quite excited about that. So definitely look out for that. And obviously I will make some entries for you also. That's something I'm really excited about. So in the meantime, you've seen me these, obviously, the printables put on top of the background. It is quite a busy page. It almost looks busier on the camera than in real life. What I've done is I went with a black pencil and I've circled some of the ephemera just for it to pop out. I've done that off camera, so you'll see that in the close-up photos. And I'm just using these beautiful hearts to spread all over the place, because it sort of just lent itself, and the colors worked perfectly with this printable, because obviously see coordinator colors as the month goes on. So I hope you enjoyed this intro. I hope you learned something and it wasn't too common knowledge to you. You guys, I'm still very sort of a novice when it comes to mixed media backgrounds and things like that. So please give this video a like if you did, and if you haven't subscribed to my video or my YouTube channel, I really appreciate it. You must have a fantastic day and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.